All right. Welcome back to Mestra's Analytics. We're rounding out our skill evaluation from the Power Ranking Tournament, top 16 finishers. So, not where they were seeded to begin with, but how they finished. We're looking at what skills they had. Now, we've done starting pitchers, we've done relief pitchers. Now we're looking at batters. So, definitely still a lot of legends and SIGs, 43 legends, 93 SIGs, still a few primes and normals. We also had some historics. We had 4 historic cards. So do not take a huge place, but looking at all the skills in general, uh, 2/3 of them about had a legend skill. Pretty much all of them were either bad ball hitter or pioneer. Somebody had contact master. The sort of big 4 dominate. The other skills, uh, batting machine, prediction, kind of follow up rear, and then a sprinkling of some other skills. You'll see with the legends, it's pretty tight for these top skills, these top secondary skills. Um, Probably you can get by with a third skill on a SIG, but not on a legend. You need that pretty crisp. On the SIGs, still got a lot of the same skills, but you will see a sprinkling of ace killers and a laser beam. I'm sure he's looking to place that. A couple of heavy hitters, training junkie, still even a few bronzes. I'm sure they're looking to replace those at the time. Let's see, what did I write down as I was going through this? All legends had a legend skill, and only one had a non-top tier third skill, that being well, there's an ace killer and there's a heavy hitter, and maybe you'd want to throw in prediction, so maybe up to 4. Um, Non-legends, 45 had a non-legend skill, and of those, 32 had trip threes. Of the 13 without trip threes, only 2 had less than level 4. All right, non-legends. 56 have legend skills, only 21 were trip threes. So let's um, look at SIGs, and we'll see what level they went with if they had a legend skill. All right. I guess we'll throw in that Control Master, and here's Pioneer. All right. See some lower levels here for sure. Level 2, level 4, level 3, level 4. So pretty much probably the average is around 3. Yeah, 3.2. I would say if it's probably not level 3, you might want to keep going. Although, see, the thing is, you can have, I would say, like 7 good batters. If you have 7 good batters, you can get away with 2 that are kind of eh. But the question is, do you want to use greens and blues on something with a level 2? Now, if you rolled bad ball hitter, maybe he just threw a green at it, 1 green, and he just left this alone. And he's like, all right, I'm going to circle back. I'm going to use blues on other things. And then I'll come back and try to prove it. That could very well be his approach. Serd said his bottom 3 batters needed work. So if we're looking at all of his cards, it's probably this one, professional, and Hanover. So there you go. He needs these levels up, but he still won the tournament. So now looking at his other Um, Players, you got, basically perfect, uh, pretty solid, really solid, perfect, and no legend skill, but really solid. So you still need some good batters in there. So you kind of let like two slip. Um, Now let's see, what other takeaways did we have? Oh, going to 8. I noticed a difference between SIGs and legends. Charisma was better than Charisma over Barrel It Up, over Slugger, Spotlight, Batting Machine Prediction. That's sort of the order you had. So if you had Pioneer, Barrel It Up, and Spotlight, you would take Barrel It Up to 8 on SIGs. In Legends, it was sort of the reverse. So Barrel It Up fell down a few slots. So even though I had tried to train them to get the Barrel It Up bonus, I still ended up switching. This is kind of the notes of what I had. So I ended up going through and switching Barrel It Up for Charisma and Barrel It Up for Spotlight. So I did 3 skill resets. Luckily, I had 22 of them. My biggest potential improvements, training junkie here. I might even consider just using greens on this. Batting machine's good, but not one of the top ones. So the strategy of keep using greens until you get one of these 4, then stop if you get any one of these 6 on the blues. That might be a strategy, actually. Um, it just depends because I got like 5 or 6. I got one player that needs greens and like 6 that could use blues, including that. So I'm not going to hit on all 6. So I got to really be choosy. You're going to look at what percent of stats um, you can do better on. So let me put that out in a little clearer terms. Here's my old ranking of stats. It generally holds up pretty good, although it'd probably move up, Barrel It Up. Heavy hitter, I'd probably move up to, but sort of same tier. All right, so if I got training junkie, I got um, 6 that I'd really like to see better. So 6 out of 29 is like 22% or something like that. On the pitch skills, one of my relief pitchers had warmed up. I got 8 that would do better here. So I got a better chance of getting an improvement. I have a mess on a closer. Well, what's better than mess on a closer? I have win streak already. Probably one of those 4. So we're looking 4 out of 29. So I have a lower chance of hitting. But then you want to factor in what level they're at. So my mess is only level 3, and same with warmed up. So if I hit on that, how much of an improvement is a great level 3 skill versus a shitty level 3 skill or a mediocre one? So that's what you have to consider as well. So consider what's the probability you'll do better, and then what that impact that's going to have. So think about, from a pitching standpoint, how many runs less am I going to give up? And on the batting side, how many more runs am I going to generate? And that could probably be its own video. So anyway, I hope y'all found this helpful. Um, and let me know if you got any questions. Anyway, happy grinding.